Day 42 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, guys, we're back again. Another day, another LeetCode problem. And this time we're at day 42, guys. So go ahead and pat yourselves on the back if you made it this far. A lot of people did not make it this far. They tapped out already. But guess what? You did, especially if you've been keeping along with the channel and doing the LeetCode problems every day with me so we can all learn together. Remember, guys, we're trying to build this Swift community, and we all have to do our part to help grow this community, guys. So I appreciate you guys tuning in every day. So I need you guys to remember the importance of repetition, man, especially with these LeetCode problems. It's all about repetition. A lot of people might think LeetCode is hard, or they might give up, or because honestly, I think they didn't give it enough time. You have to put in your reps to really learn this stuff. This is not something you could just do one day, take a week off, and come back the next week and think you're gonna keep learning or remember what you did the last time. It's all about the repetitions. The more repetition you do, the more and easier it's going to become to understand. We're all learning here, so don't give up yet. Don't give up. It's only day 42, so it hasn't even been 2 months yet. So if you're still having trouble, don't give up. Keep going. That's what we're here for. Part of this page is for motivation to just keep going, because that's how you're going to get your reps in, and that's how you're going to get the learning going. You're going to start learning more the more reps you get in, but you have to get those reps in. And I think it's better to do it every day so that you can remember and build on what you remember, because this stuff is easy to forget, guys. And remember, it's hard for most people. I'm not going to say it's hard for everybody, but I'm going to say it's hard for most people. So just remember that when you're doing these. Don't give up. Just keep going. Try again tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. There's always another day. And there's always this YouTube channel to come back to the next day, because we're going to be doing these things every day. So with that being said, I need you guys to take your mouse, bring it right over here and click that subscribe button, guys, so you don't forget to do your LeetCode problems every day. If you forget, you're going to turn into YouTube and boom, it's going to pop up right there on your screen. A LeetCode problem for the next day, because we're doing it every day. And I don't see any sign of stopping soon. So go ahead, click that subscribe button for me. Go ahead, drop a comment and emoji. Drop that comment, drop the bank emoji in the comments. Hit the like button so we could run this engagement up, and we could bring more awareness to the Swift community, and we could help bring Swift up to the top with us, man, because that's where we're going. We're all going to the top, and we're trying to bring Swift with us and expand the community. So with that being said, let's see what question we have here today. Today we have question number 933, number of recent calls. The difficulty level is easy, so you already know what that means, guys. We're going to keep the solution simple and easy, and we're not going to make it harder than it has to be. And I think it's important that we make the solution easy to understand, because we're all learning here, and we're only on day 42. We're not even 2 months in, guys. So we want to learn. The goal is to learn, so that's what we're going to do. So go ahead, bring the mouse over here and click that subscribe button for me. So let's see what the question says. It says you have a recent counter class which counts the number of recent requests within a certain time frame. Implement the recent counter class. Recent counter, initialize the counter with 0 recent requests. Boom. And init ping nt adds new request at time t, where t represents some time in milliseconds, and returns the number of requests that has happened in the past 3,000 milliseconds, including the new requests. Specifically return the number of requests that have happened in the inclusive range t minus 3,000, t. It is guaranteed that every call to ping uses a strictly larger integer value of t than the previous call. So I know you guys are looking like, what in the world does that mean? Because that's how I was looking when I first read that question. So we got to go through the examples to make it make sense. In example 1, it says input is the recent counter, ping, 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 ping. So we have 4 pings. These represent the 4 pings: 1, 100, 3001, 3002. Boom. Then the output is null, this for right here, empty array. Then the output is null, 1, 2, 3, 3. Now I know you guys are wondering, how in the world did they get these numbers 1, 2, 3, and 3 from these numbers up here, 1, 100, 3001, and 3002? It's not that difficult once you understand the question and understand what they're asking you to do. So let's break that down for you guys. Let's start with 1, ping 1. So recent counter, ping 1 right here. Request equals 1. Range is negative 2,999 and 1, and we return 1. So let's break this first part down. This first ping, right? So we're going to come up here. The range is t minus 3,000, because remember, it's 3,000 milliseconds, right? 3,000 milliseconds. So, 3,000 milliseconds. And the range is t minus 3,000, comma t. So, let's come back down here to the example so we can make that make sense. And I'm going to keep that right there so you guys can see. So, the range for this example is ping 1 is equal to 1. T equals 1. So you take this 1, t equals 1. T minus 3,000 gives you what? It gives you negative 2,999. So boom, that's this right here. T minus 3,000. Then we do comma t. That's where this one comes from. So it gives you t minus 3,000 gives you negative 2,099, comma t gives you comma 1 right there. So what we want to do is we want to find out, does 1 fit into this range of negative 2,991 and 1? Yes, it does, because it's 1 right here. It ends at 1. It just barely fits into the range, but it fits into the range. So what we're going to do is we're going to add that to the request array. So now, boom, 1. Request equals 1. We're going to return 1 because the request count is 1. It's only one element in the request array, so we're going to return 1. Boom. Then we're going to come down here and we're going to say the recent counter ping 100, which is the second ping right here, ping 100. So what does that mean? You already know. It's going to be t minus 3,000 comma t. So what that is going to be is it's going to be 100 minus 3,000 comma 100. Why? Because t is 100. It's right here. So what's that? What's 100 minus 3,000? You guessed it. It is negative 2,900, right? Comma 100. So that's the range. The range is from negative 2,900 all the way to 100. So does 100 fall into this range? Yes, it does. Just barely, but it does. The 100 is right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to add that 100 to the request array. So now the request array has 1 and 100, and that's 2 elements in that array. So we're going to return 2, right? Boom. Then we're going to come down here to this one. Recent counter ping 3001. The request, so you already know what we got to do. We got to do 3001 minus 3,000, comma 3001. So what is that? That is right here. So 3001 minus 3,000 gives us 1, comma 3001. Right? So does 3001 fit into this range? Yes, it does. It's right here. So it's 1, comma 3001. So what are we going to do? We're going to take that 3001 because it fits in the range, and we're going to add it to the request array. So now the request array has 1, 2, 3 elements in it. See, it has the 1, the 100, and the 3001. So that's 3 elements. So we're gonna return 3, right? So right now we have the null, the 1, the 2, and the 3. So I guess you guys are wondering, how do we get this 3? I'm about to show you. This is where it's all going to come together, right? So now we have ping 3002. 3002 right here. That's T. 3002 minus 3000 gives us 2. T equals 3002. So what is that going to be? It's going to be 2 for the T minus 3000, comma, 3002. Now, we're going to come back up in here, and we're going to look, and we're going to see, does 3002 fit in this range? Yes, it does. It's right here. However, remember, the range is from 2 to 3002. So what that means is this one right here or this one right here does not fit into this range. So that is why that's why we return 3, because only these 3 pings fit into this range. You see what I'm saying? The range is from 2 to 3000, and only these numbers fit in this range. This one does not fit in this range, so we're going to return 3 because for these 3 values that fit in the range. The number 1 does not fit in the range, so we don't include it in our count when we return. Now, I hope that makes sense to you guys. If it doesn't, leave a question or leave a comment, and I will try to answer your comment and try to make it make sense in the comments depending on what your question is. Now, let's see how we're going to solve this. The code is not as difficult as the question, so you could get excited about that, but it is easy to understand. So let's see. First thing we're going to do, we're going to declare a variable, and we're going to call that request, and we're going to cast that, as an int, right? Integer. We're going to come down here because we still have, remember, we haven't initialized the integer yet, so we're going to initialize it right here by doing request equals an array of integers, and that's it right there. We initialized it. Boom. Then we're going to come down here and we're going to say request dot append T. So this is going to append the T into the request array. That's this right here. You see, this is the request array right here. Or in the example, this would be an example of the request array. You see, this is the request array as well. Boom. See, so right now we're going to append T. Then we're going to come down here, and we're going to say while T, while request 0 is less than T minus 3000. So while the request does not fit in the range that we're looking for, so this is the request and this is the range right here. So if the request is less than the range, right, while it does not fit in the range, we're just going to say request dot remove first, because remember, it didn't fit in the array, so it didn't fit in the range, so we're going to remove it. Then we're just going to come down here and we're going to say return request dot count. And guys, that's all it took. That's all she wrote. I hope that made sense to you guys, because I know that question was a little doozy, but hey, oh, we got a typo. What does this say? Error, type expression. Oh, excuse me, guys. You have to add your quotation marks at the end. Now let's run it again. Boom, it's accepted. Now let's submit it and see what that time is looking like. Boom. Okay. 296 milliseconds beats 47.76% of users with Swift. Yeah, it could be better, but like I said, guys, it's only day 42. There's no reason to give up. We're learning. We're still learning. And until tomorrow, guys, I'll see you guys then for another day, another LeetCode problem. Peace.